Welcome to Trade with Rob, brought to you by WealthBuildersHQ.com. This update is for January 7th, Tuesday, 2025. Hope you're having a great day. As we get started, keep in mind everything we look at is for education. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. If you find something that you like, anything, make sure it fits your own personal risk profile and risk tolerance. All right. So I want to first start off with the candidate updates from last week. RH, and these were given for Thursday for Friday's trading day. RH was the only one that hit, and that was right here, okay? So we opened up slightly, pulled back and bounced. If we go look at the 5-minute candle for Friday, market's almost closed here today. You can see the nice pullback that we had. We go in and look at the ones on Friday, and same scenario. We had a nice little pullback, a bounce. So overall, great setup on RH. Let me just get rid of that. All right. Great little setup on RH for Friday. So we basically got into the trade at 395 and got out at 405. So phenomenal move. I mean, absolutely phenomenal move. So when we look at the numbers, 1-3 right there, you can see we're up $720 on that winning trade. That brings us to 54 winning trades, 12 went against us, 3 broke even, 15,003 is our total P&L. It gives us an average of $217.44 per trade on the 69 trades that were taken. So not too shabby. All right, let's move that out of the way, and let's start off with the S&P 500 now at this point and see where we're at with that. So it's funny is a interesting word. Hysterical would be a better one. This candle closed basically the exact way that I showed it today in our power option plays training. If you do not or are not familiar with that, we do a free training each and every Monday. It is pure core strategy, core trading ideas, looking at trade setups, what trades were taken for the day, and so forth. This was one of them. One of those days where I called this candle, said with all we're running into right here, I wouldn't be surprised to see the pullback. This 60.49, we'll call it 60.50 level right there, that recent swing high, that's our hesitation mode. That's our problem. That's where we have to get above. We're still bullish compared to yesterday's close or Friday's close. But overall, I'm not liking this candle, and we need to close above that 6,008 level right there, that red line. All right, so with that, let's go to our very first candidate, which is Caterpillar CAT. You can see the entire fib here. We are in a bearish bias with a rank of 1. I'm liking that a lot. I would prefer the downside, so we're going to go with that one first. Small move to the downside, a retest and a fail. We'll look to take the trade on the retest. So we're looking at this as our stop is just on the other side. If our support is at 355, we'll call it, right about 357 is going to be my target. 357.5, 356.5, somewhere around there. All right, on the upside, there's plenty of room to the upside. Move up, retest and bounce. Resistance is at 372.5. That puts my target right about 370, 371, somewhere around there. My stop just on the other side. You would take the trade on the bounce off of the 360, 364 level. I like the downside setup better on this one for sure. NVDA. Woo, I love this, baby. Did we get to the all-time high today on it? We did not. We got close. We got close. We were looking at that earlier again today in Power Hour. So good gap up today. I like where it's closed at this point. We can go either direction on this. My preference is the downside for right now. I'd love to see us push back up and retest that 150 level, fail. 144 and a half is support. My target here is going to be probably around 145 and a half. Right, my stop will be just on the other side. I'm going to have to undo that because I need to scrunch that down. So sorry about that. I like to keep them on the same screen, but not this time. So we need to move above the 150, a retest and a bounce, right? If we can get that retest and bounce off of there, it looks like 156.25 is resistance. My target's going to be about 155. From there, my stop is just on the other side of that 150.33 level. All right, so that's 2 for you. TSM is our last one. Let's go look at the entire fib. All right. And now let's go ahead and bring this puppy in. All right, so I am going to need to split this level in half. It needs a fibit. If you are sitting here saying, okay, how do you know it needs a fibit, Rob? There's a formula calculation that we use. And if you go over to tradinglikeaboss.com, which is where all of our free resources are, you will see a Fibonacci training in there. It's a 3-part series. It's about an hour long. You'll get an understanding of what fibits are and how we use them. But we need to split that level in half. It is just a little bit too large. We're going to need to split up here as well. So let's see if we can get away with an 809 on this. Yeah, we're good. We're good with an 809. So now let's unscrunch first. Let's bring it in. And now we'll scrunch it back down again just a little bit. Okay. So my preference on this one would be the upside. Right? So I'd love to see us break above the 221.37 and pull back in a bounce. Right? We'll take the trade off of the bounce. My resistance is at 232.5. My target's at 231. 230.5, somewhere around there. Stops just on the other side. For the downside, plenty of room there. Right? Retest and fail. And if it does that, we'll take the bearish trade. Stops just on the other side. If support's at 214, my target's at 216. 215, 216, somewhere around there, right? And there are 3. Now, here's the thing. There are 25 candidates on my list today, 25. You got 3. That means there are 22 more that you did not see today. If you go ahead over to tradewithrob.com and you sign up for this free email that comes out and tells you, hey, the video is done, you'll get into a members area where there's some private materials in there as well, just for those that are members of this free training. And inside of there, you'll get an update of every email that comes out. Will either be A, Rob just finished the video. Here's all the 25 candidates today. Or if I don't do a video today, or I don't have the time to record one, we still find candidates that day. We're going to send those candidates out to you anyway. Say, hey, Rob didn't get a video done, but here are the candidates that you can go through for tomorrow's trade setup. With that, have a great rest of your day. I will see you all at our next update. Bye for now.